Hey guys, hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Right now we are in the coldest part of the year. Lakes froze over a while ago, as you can see from that opening clip. But right now is a great time to take, even for you guys down south, to organize all your tackle. Get it ready for that upcoming year. But that brings us to today's topic of terminal tackle. How to store it, what works for you. I've seen a lot of different ways to do it. I've seen actual boxes made dedicated for just that. But I found something that I think is a little bit better. It works for me anyway, and I'm going to share that with you guys today. Hopefully it works for you too. Like I said before, a couple of ways I've seen it stored before. Sometimes those guys get the deep 3700 trays, keep them all in the original packaging. I've seen some of the pros do that. Problem with that is if you don't use everything from one company and the packaging changes, that can be challenging to get it all fit in there. You don't get all your, the entire product line shipped to you at the beginning of the year, and you just stick it all in there. You might mix and match from all different companies. They might not fit in there as well, depending on how it's packaged. Another way I've seen do it, I believe it's Plano makes a dedicated terminal tackle box. It's a great idea, but to me, looking at it, when you start out, it's good. But as you start getting more and more into the sport, hooks start getting more specialized. And you got swim bait hooks, drop shot hooks, straight shank, tube hooks, all that type of stuff, as well as all your different weights that you have too. And they have dedicated spaces and labeled and everything really nice. But for me, at least, I have too much stuff, too many different things that aren't pre-labeled in there. So it doesn't help me at all to have a box that has everything labeled in a dedicated spot for it, and then have twice as much stuff that's supposed to go in there. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. In the last couple of years, I have been running the Plano 3701s. Now I've had two of these. I have one dedicated just to weights, and then I have one dedicated to hooks. Now what I really like about these is the footprint is the standard 3700 size, but it's thinner. It's about half the depth. So you can put two of these trays together, stack them up, and it takes just about the same amount as a 3700 tray, a normal one. So what's great about that is, if you have a soft bag, if you're fishing with other people all the time, you're not losing a whole lot of space by having two of these. You put one in there, and you can keep everything separate, plus you get twice the storage space, or twice the compartments to put things in to keep them divided. Because weights don't take up a lot of space, hooks don't take up a lot of space. If I could change one thing about this, I'd even make it just a little bit thinner. Because you're not going to carry around 30-40 hooks of one specific style all the time. You can get by with 10 or less. You just come home, if you're running low on it, you restock. It's not that big a deal. But I've been running two of these. And if you can see that real close, what I've done is I've actually written on the inside of it with permanent marker the size weights that are in there. So I can get a visual looking through it what it is, and I can see the weight on there too. Now it takes a little bit of time to learn how to write upside down and backwards, but it's not that hard. And if you do screw up, even though it's permanent marker, a little bit of elbow grease with your thumb or a rag, and you can get it to come off of there. You do have to go through and redo it every once in a while because the weight's knocking against it will scratch it off. But that's maybe once every couple of years. So I think that's a really good way to keep everything organized. Everything has its place. Now, like I said, I use one of those for my hooks as well, and I believe I found a little bit better mousetrap this year. I'm not completely done setting it up, but it's another Plano product. It's a 3700 tray, again with a footprint. Same depth as the other one, but this is a 3771. Now what that does is it adds in all these little spots that you can change and customize your compartments to the exact size you want. It also comes with these these diagonal dividers, which are great for hooks because the big side of the hook, where the barb is and everything, coming around to the shank is a lot bigger than the other side. So what that means I can do is I can store twice as many hooks in the same little compartment that I used to be able to store just one style. So I can really pack it full of stuff. Like I said, I'm not completely done setting it up, but it really helps me to organize those. The other thing that helped me to organize the hooks when I was moving compartments is going down to Hobby Lobby, I believe it was, and bought these little tiny plastic bags. Now I'm not planning on keeping my hooks in these because I have a feeling if one happens to get wet and get in there, it's going to end up with a lot of rust issues. I like to use the Plano the Flambeau Zerust tabs. I'll put a bunch of those in my hooks, and I don't have any issues with rust. But you know, that really helps me to keep everything organized, laid out well so I can see it. And like I said, it doesn't eat up a lot of space in my boat or in my tackle bag, because sometimes I'll fish with friends or whatever. I grab both my terminal tackle boxes and I have everything I could possibly need for that day, and it fills in the same spot. Like I said, it's about 1/3700 tray in my tackle box. So hopefully this video helped you out, guys. Make sure if it did, you hit the little like button down there. Also subscribe, because there's some big things coming up from Mudget's Guide Service in 2018. You got to stay tuned to find out what they are, though. As always, my links to my social media are down below. If you want to follow me on there, that would be great. And the links to the products that I use are down there as well. So until next time, guys, God bless and good luck on the water.